What's up, everybody? My name is Steve, aka HAble, back with commentary number 3 here. Today we have a gameplay of Fiesta, but I'm not really going to be talking about the gameplay so much, as it's just a commentary, you know? I plan on doing these more in the future and just kind of talking about whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the world of Halo. So to start off, I know a lot of us are kind of on pause right now with our lives. This virus has pretty much put a pause on the entire world right now, so I'm not sure. I know most of you guys are probably working full-time jobs or part-time jobs. Maybe a few of you are still in college. I know most of my audience is beyond high school at this point, so I'm pretty much talking to my age group here. So I've been working for the same company for 5 years. I actually got laid off last week. My last day is in 2 weeks here, but I'm still helping them out, and the company with all this virus stuff is basically just going under. They're basically drowning right now. So we have a ton of meetings, a ton of stuff going on that I'm basically trying to help revive them from the dead, or at least keep them going as long as possible until the world goes on unpause. So the first little topic I want to talk about was just what we can do while everything is paused. So for those of us who don't have a lot of responsibilities right now, or even if we do have responsibilities and we can't do them, like say you actually work somewhere where you have to go into an office or into a retail store or whatever you may do, interact with people, and you can't do that right now. Maybe you're a hairdresser and you can't do that, right? So a lot of us just can't work, even if we want to. So I guess I'm lucky enough that I can work, but at the same time, I'm basically just running uphill and the hill never ends. So it's a little tricky, but I have a business on the side too that I run that isn't affected by this at all. So that's really nice. So still have income and all that, which is great, and I'm in a really good position. So it's not stressful for me, but I know it's really stressful for a lot of people. My wife is still working in an office right now, which she absolutely hates, and she's one of the few people. She works for the government, she works for the school system. She's one of the few people that actually has to go in and work, and she could work from home. Her job doesn't require anything in person, so she's pretty upset about that. And my dad even wrote a letter to the mayor complaining because my mom also works for the school system. So he also complained about that because my mom is stuck working at a school too. So just a lot of craziness going on right now. But I just want to give you guys some ideas of what I'm doing during this time, and maybe give you guys some ideas of what to do besides the obvious of play Halo 2, right? So the first thing I was going to bring up is just create something you've been wanting to make. So every business I've ever owned, every website I've ever made, pretty much everything I've ever made that turned into profit in some way was just something I wanted to make at the time for fun, and it ended up turning into a business or something profitable that I could sell. So just create something that you've been wanting to make. And even if it's not something that you think can generate income, or you don't need income, just think of something that you've been wanting to do and give it a try. Now, on the note of doing something not for income, something new I've been trying recently is oil painting. I watched Bob Ross. I mean, I've watched him forever, back in the old days when he was on TV and I didn't have cable growing up. So, you know, Bob Ross was my buddy. But now that he's on Twitch, I've been watching him on Twitch a ton, and I've been watching his channel. I'm one of the subscribers. You're welcome, Bob. And been watching Bob a lot, and I've been trying oil painting. I'm terrible, so I'm not going to show you any of it. But that's something new I'm trying that I know is never going to lead to profit. I know it's not a business or anything like that, but it's just something I'm trying because it's something completely new to me. I'm a terrible artist, always have been, so it's just something to try. So try something new. Painting. I play guitar, so try an instrument. Try something. Obviously something that you have around the house is better, but if you can order something or buy it, it's also good. Another thing to do is go and practice your old skills that you might have left behind. A lot of us were probably really good at something in high school, college, and then we got a job and we stopped doing that thing. One of the things for me is HTML and just web design in general, some coding and things like that. I haven't been able to do that in a long time, so I started working on halosback.com again, and that's just one thing I'd like to do is go into the actual coding side of things again, and maybe go into some APIs and things like that. So if you can think of some old skills you had that you could go polish up, see if you still got them. Maybe oil painting was one of your skills in high school, right? Go back and try it. So that's always something fun you can do. Big thing you can do here comes back to creating something is take time to plan your future, right? So explore new career paths. Maybe you've been laid off like I have. I worked for the same company for 5 years. Pretty much straight out of college, I worked there. I taught tennis for 8 years while I was in college, and then while I was also working for this company, I taught tennis as well. And that was awesome, but that wasn't the career path I wanted. So this company I've worked for, I've been doing their digital marketing and their research and development for the past 5 years. Well, they don't have a need for those things right now because they're so underwater. They pretty much can only afford to keep salespeople on right now. So I'm out of a job there, but now is a perfect time for me to look at a new career path or decide if this is the career path I want. Because basically, straight from college, I went to this job, and I haven't had a job other than this one since. So as soon as I got my degree, I worked for this company, and I did the same thing for 5 years. Obviously, there's a little bit of adaptation and new things that come along, but for the most part, I was in the same path for 5 years. So now is a good time for me to consider, do I want to keep going on this path? Do I want to go to the next level? Do I want to look for a job that's similar to what I had before? Or do I want to branch out and do something completely different? Now, a lot of the skills you learn in a job like I had, it was a small business. I was doing all of their marketing, their research and development. I was doing clients marketing as well. I was going to trade shows. I was doing a lot of presentations, a lot of podcasting, a lot of webinars, things like that. So my skills, I could probably turn into a lot of different careers. I could follow a lot of different paths with the skills that I have. And I'm a decently fast learner as well. So I'm sure I could learn some new things as well as I go down different paths. So one of the things I'm doing right now is I'm really looking at, do I want to stay in this marketing pathway? Do I want to branch out and go more on the research and development side? I'm not 100% sure yet. I also own an animated video company on the side, and it's just basically freelance work. And I have a couple big clients that keep me busy, and it's nice. It's a good income, and I really like doing it. But at the same time, every time I sell a video, I have to make a video. So every time I sell something, I have to make something. So I can never just make profit without doing something, if that makes sense. So for every one video I make, I can only sell that video to one person. Now, if I was smart, and this is what a potential path I can go down, is I can make videos that I can sell. So whether those are training courses, tutorial videos, whatever it may be, if I can make one video for free, but sell it to 100 different people, I end up making a lot more money, and it doesn't cost me time every time I sell something. So right now, every time I sell a video, I'm selling a video, but I'm also selling my time because I have to customize that video for every single person. My wife and I have to do the voiceovers. Sometimes we have to do the scripting. I have to do all the animation. So it's really fun, and it really is a really good side gig. It brings in a decent amount of money to fund all my fun things like guitars, the microphone I'm talking into right now, pretty much all the stream equipment and recording equipment that we have. So it is a really good use of time. But there's definitely a lot to be said of optimizing it to make it more profitable and a lot less time consuming. So that's one of the things I'm doing while I have 2 weeks left until I'm done at my full-time job, and then I'll only have my video gig. So I can basically take time then to really figure out what I want to do. Do I want to go down full-time work again? Do I want to really optimize my business on the side? Am I happy with my business on the side how it is, and I just want to get more clients? So I have a couple options there. So think about that for yourselves. What can you do, right? If maybe you got laid off, or maybe you think your company is going to be failing soon and you might have to jump ship. What career path do you want to look at? What can you do to prepare for that career path? So just a couple things there. Look at Indeed, look at LinkedIn, start connecting to people on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is amazing for networking. I don't know how many business deals I've made there, how many friends I've made there, how many podcast guests I've gotten from LinkedIn. It's honestly the greatest social media platform when it comes to meeting people that will really impact your life. Next up, listen to some business books if you're interested in that. Listen to some other books, read some other books. Just knowledge. Ty Lopez, knowledge. No, books are helpful, I promise. Finally, if none of these sounded good to you, search Halo 2 FFA snipers in matchmaking, especially like 1 to 4 p.m. Central Time during the day, and then like 8 p.m. to midnight Central Time at night. That'd be ideal. And then maybe you get to play with me too, because it takes me years to find a game, and I would love some more people to play with. If you want to play with me, feel free to hop on at twitch.tv/HAble, or if you just want to watch some Halo 2 action. I'll be on there a lot more, because as I said, I'm going to be jobless. So I'll be streaming a lot more during the daytime in the next coming weeks. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope everyone's doing okay. Stay safe out there. Stay quarantined. And have some fun. Take some time for yourself. Put your life on pause for a while. Think about your future. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.